Hello, travel biz owner. Welcome to my corner of the travel industry, the Strategic Travel Entrepreneur Podcast. If you're ready to have fun, be inspired, get clarity, and take action in your travel business, then you're in the right place. Let's jump in. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. So nice to have you here per usual. Doing a solo episode on something that I have become pretty passionate about, which is the coaching industry, but not as you think. I had originally anticipated this episode having a guest and still open to doing that, but my guest had to cancel at the last minute, and I decided, you know what? I'm just going to record it because I will be sailing, or I am currently sailing, depending on when this is out, aboard the beautiful Ama Viola in the Danube River. And needed to make some content, some podcast episodes for you all before I left. And so this is one that I wanted to go out. It's something that I have been thinking about for at least a couple months now. In that there are so many people, especially within our travel industry, and I have talked to different people on all different levels of the travel industry, you know, execs with host agencies, but then also individual travel advisors, about kind of these misconceptions that a lot of these people who are trying to educate you with the industry, and I will say I feel like I'm one of them, but I also don't do what a lot of these other people are doing, in the sense that I will not call myself a coach unless I get the certification to become a coach, because coaching is very different than consulting. I am a consultant, strategist, idea thinker, educator for marketing your travel business, but I am not a marketing coach, nor do I think I'll be a marketing coach. There have just been so many people in the past couple years, and I think this kind of like really sped up with everything that happened in the pandemic, that they wanted to utilize different skills, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but they're using the term coach, and coaching is the wrong term. They are not coaches. They are consultants, strategists, and educators. And, you know, I just wanted to speak out about it. So this might be a little bit of a ranty episode, but I hope that it's also educational, that you take to light some of the information. And it's not just information that I have made up. It's things that I have felt, but that other people in the industry have been also feeling. But then also I go to the ICF, the International Coaching Federation, I think is what it stands for. And on their website, they tell you exactly what coaches do and what consultants do. So if someone is claiming to be a coach and they are giving you advice, they are not a coach, because coaches do not give advice. Coaches are there to help you harness your inner power, things that you already have within you. If you're not working one-on-one with a coach or someone that claims to be a coach, then they are also not your coach, because you have, in order for this to work, in order for you to be able to harness that power within you, coaches have to ask very thought-provoking questions so that you can think about the questions and think about the answers. Now, I will say, I feel like coaching can happen in a small group setting, but I feel like that teeters the line a little bit. I think it can be done correctly. And so, again, if you're not working one-on-one with them, they are not your coach. And I think like most of who I would say these people who are claiming, and I'm not going to name names or anything, people who are claiming to be your business coach, it is very rare for me to see like one-on-one services advertised. Some people are advertising that, but many people are not advertising that. They're advertising more like group programs, memberships, templates, and all that. So that's where I caution you too, is that if you really want a coach to guide you to get, and for you to be able to harness the power that's already in there, inside of you, to really bring forward the best version of yourself that you can be for your travel business, that is one of the reasons that you would use a coach and seek out a coach. If you are needing guidance on a specific thing, like systems, workflows, marketing, utilizing tech, making a better client experience, that is somebody that you're going to go to who is a consultant, strategist, implementer, to either give you a strategy to use, or they're going to do something for you, or they're going to give you a plan so that you can set that into place. Coaching really has been becoming a catch-all term for anyone that helps you in your business, and that is just not what actual coaching is. According to the International Coaching Federation, ICF, coaching is unlocking your performance and empowering their clients. That's what coaches do. They do not consult. It is actually considered unethical by the International Coaching Federation to change between the roles during a session, to change between the roles of giving advice and empowering and unlocking. I'm reading some notes that I have here, but I wanted to make sure that I got all the information out to you. Coaches should not be teaching you because, again, coaches are not teachers. It's two different things. A consultant gives specific guidance on a certain area of your business, like I mentioned. I almost feel like a consultant is kind of like a doctor in a sense. There's a problem, and now I wanted to, if there was a problem, I'll solve it, is what a consultant does. A consultant brings forth a lot of their background, a lot of their expertise, a lot of their firsthand experience to provide you guidance on a specific area in your business. A specialist provides hands-on help. Consultants and specialists both give deliverables, whereas a coach does not give a deliverable. There's no deliverable to be gotten. The deliverable really is you feeling more confident and getting more clarity within yourself to have certain actions happen within your business. For you to get the clarity, we're talking about coaches unlocking your power. It's really them asking thought-provoking questions, like I mentioned before, so that you're able to take from life experiences that you have lived through, but also things that you have seen and witnessed to be like, oh. And I would also caution and say that coaching is different than therapy, where therapy is something more emotional. I'm not saying that coaching cannot be that either, but coaching is not therapy. Therapy is not coaching. Coaching is not, or consulting is not therapy either, vice versa. So what kinds of deliverables can you receive from your consultants and the specialists that you work with? Your travel business is unique and individual to you, your needs, and your clients' needs, which means your marketing strategy needs to be the same. If you're done trying every marketing tactic out there with no avail, then it's time to join us in Marketing Business School. A community of your fellow peers is waiting to support you in your entrepreneurial journey. Receive a monthly marketing education session from yours truly, along with a process party to finally work on those workflows and SOPs, and a Tech Talk Q&A session. To get in on the action, head on over to travelbiztraining.com to enroll today. And by that I mean You're given either templates, you're given spreadsheets, you're given some sort of a plan. Maybe it's like a content calendar. That's what consultants and specialists do based on their expertise, based on their education, based on their background. They create some sort of plan based on the things that you are looking for, the changes that you are looking to make. Maybe it's increasing your revenue, making processes easier, saving an hour a day from doing any sort of work, or prepping yourself up to hire somebody on your team. Those are different things that a consultant specialist can deliver to you. But when we're thinking about coaching, you may want to go to maybe a leadership coach to prepare you for hiring on a team so that you can be the best leader that is already inside of you based on what this coach is going to help unlock with you. The importance of that is that you use the tools that you have within yourself to be a great leader, because if you're going to be hiring a team, you don't really want to hire a team out multiple times. You just want to do it once. Can both provide support with calls? I feel like yes, but they would be different calls. I just had that question written on my notes here. Both do provide support between calls. Support between your calls. I feel like different coaches that I have worked with before, if I needed support in between different calls, I could go to them and ask them. I don't feel, if you're working with a consultant or specialist, that you would need as much support, because really they're delivering on something, and so you're really just waiting in between calls for the delivery of that. Lastly, coaching helps you to find the answers. They don't give you the answers. If someone is giving you the answers, they are a consultant, not a coach. And so I recently created a blog post of beware of scams within the travel industry, because there was something on Instagram, and you can get some more information through this blog post. I'll link it up in the show notes. But this person was like promising the world, said he had a host agency. This was the membership fee, was based in California, but didn't mention anything about seller of travel laws or E&O insurance, just like basic things that, you know, in the travel industry that you would know. So I say all this to be aware and be on guard of both your intellect and your emotions and your financial investments. I don't think that everybody is trying to prey on the travel industry. There are certainly some people are, and I've heard that there's like been an increase of scams, like trying to scam you out of money. I just want you to have an awareness of the differences, and if someone is calling themselves a coach but not working one-on-one with you, then they've misguided you in thinking that you have a sort of coaching relationship, because a coaching relationship really is more one-on-one, where consulting, yes, it is also done one-on-one, but there's a lot of different tools that consultants, again, there's deliverables, there's a plan, it's more targeted. A consulting person. Consultant is my words, I apologize. So again, coaches don't give advice. And if you're not working one-on-one with a coach, then they're not your coach. Coaches should not be teaching you. That's actually unethical according to the International Coaching Federation, but consultants can. I think there's just been an influx of people utilizing that word that they don't totally understand what it means, and it's up to people, I guess like myself, and other people within the industry to educate you on kind of just like the red flags of what really is a coach versus what really is a consultant. Coaches are typically trained in what they are coaching on. They're trained how to ask these questions so that they can harness the power within you. If you want a really great coach, head on over to the International Coaching Federation website, or maybe it's Foundation, one or the other, the ICF, and they should have a directory of coaches that have been certified through their programs. One of the really great things that I loved about the Travel Coach Network by Sahara Rose DeVore is that it is accredited through the International Coach Federation. And so you have that, there's a program, because also people can call themselves coach and say that they've been certified, be a certified coach, but how actually are they being certified? Because nowadays there's all sorts of like coaching certifications that are coming out there. But if they're not certified or verified or run through the ICF, again, I would put a little caution, because all this to say too that it's not the CDC. I think it's like the Department for Consumers. I forget what it's called. I'm sorry. But they are having coaching businesses on their radar now because of that. Because there's so many people, not even just in the travel industry, outside of the industry, who are abusing that word. Coaching is one of those industries that has a very low barrier to entry. It's very similar to the travel industry, where anyone can come in and anyone can easily do damage. I mean, we've all heard the cases and the stories of people in different states where they take people's money for these trips, but then they never book the trips. They pocket all the money. This has happened to different agency travel advisors also working with host agencies where the host agency never paid money. This is because there's not a lot of regulation within the industry, which makes it simple for many people to join. It's not like a realtor where you have to be licensed to be realtors. There's in some states a seller of travel license, but it's still, there's no tests, there's no recertification that has to be taken. So, and that's something that you have to take into consideration also when thinking about coaching. And anybody that has any certifications, and if they're legit certifications, there's going to be a continuing education component, like things with the ASTA VTA or the Travel Institute CTA. So I think I have gotten my point across, but if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me in the Strategic Travel Entrepreneur Facebook group, because I would love to help clarify this further, and I would love to have just a discussion on different things that you have seen out there, especially like within the travel industry, to kind of navigate that world and also help narrow down, do you need to be working with a coach, or do you need to be working more with a consultant or strategist to move forward in whatever it is that you're looking to move forward with in your travel business? All right, until next time, thanks for being here, and I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Thanks for joining me on the podcast today. Remember to check out the show notes for all relevant links and resources from today's show. See you next time.